Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AVGL Black Ops 3 College Series. We're here with our second match of the night, which is going to be Florida State University versus the College of Charleston. And these are two teams that are both 2-0, we know for sure.
Yep.
So we are definitely looking for this to be a very solid match. Of course, okay, they actually won their first match tonight, so they're 3-0. So we're going to be seeing
Florida is
some good, I believe they're both 3-0. We're going to be seeing some good Call of Duty action tonight. These teams, of course, right now they're in a round-robin tournament format. Top 8 teams are going to go to a double elimination bracket where they're going to be fighting for $5,000 in scholarship money. And it's going to be exciting. So these are going to be some good matches. It's going to be the same map rotation that we saw in our first match of the night. So we're going to start with Evac Hardpoint. And, once again, Isaiah, anything really specific about Evac in terms of Hardpoint and locations?
Both teams are going to be fighting for Big Door spawn. That is very crucial because the Big Door is also near the second Hardpoint.
Yeah.
So, it's just a great Hardpoint spawn.
Yeah, it's going to be important to, get those early points because we've seen teams have been really carrying momentum. It seems like whatever team gets off to this, right start is the team that also kind of carries that throughout the rest of the game. Bans coming in, shock charge, high caliber, flashbang, nothing out of the ordinary there. In Hardpoint with all these teams.
Yep. We all saw that coming.
Yeah, a lot of these teams in Hardpoint prioritize the, grenades, the tactical and lethal grenades, as well as the attachments. So we see high caliber and rapid fire coming out. And, just as I said, that's really the main focus are these tacticals, the shock charge, the flashbang, the concussion, and the attachments. I'm expecting maybe to see an M8 or a Shiva ban, maybe. That's something that we see from some teams. Overdrive can be very helpful for rotating and
kind of. Not a lot of people use it, though.
Yeah, not a lot of people use it in Hardpoint, especially. It's mostly used in search and destroy.
I mean, it's good for getting those, like, say you normally rotate at 20. But this time you have overdrive, so you can rotate at 15.
Right, but that's also only one player, and generally, you either keep one, maybe two players in the hill
can be really
to get
tricky.
That scrap time. Ooh, Man of War. Stock
ban.
Interesting. That's going to be targeted towards the AR players. They're not going to be as mobile anymore.
Some people cannot play without stock.
Yeah, there are some people that they're just way too, not mobile without it. Man of War as well. Yep. Man of War, a good AR. It's I think my favorite AR because I've always been better with the automatic ARs than the burst ARs myself. But these specialist drafts coming in fast and quick. Heatwave kinetic armor, War Machine, Scythe kinetic armor, Heatwave. That War Machine is very interesting. That's something that we really only tend to see in Hardpoint. It's not
bad for this map, though, because there's 3 hills that are inside.
Yeah,
and 3 out of 4.
We didn't see, though, at the same time, though, we did not see a flak jacket ban.
Yeah,
so I want to look on the side here of FSU and see at the start of this if they're going to be running flak jacket, because I think that's going to be key to really dealing with that War Machine, especially if...
they have to be. It's pretty standard prayer.
Yes. I mean, in Hardpoint, I think most people run flak jacket, but I think at the same time,
I still can't get over the stock ban because that's the most controversial ban.
I think so. I think that's going to make I think it has the chance to make a pretty big impact. We'll see if maybe this could be an all SMG game. You also saw the Man of War ban, so
it's a good chance it might be.
It could be, we could see from these teams 3 SMGs and 1 AR. I don't think we'll be seeing 2 ARs. I just don't think, especially with the stock ban and the Man of War ban, I just don't think it really makes that much sense.
Yeah.
So we're, like I said, and with on this map, a lot of the hills are close quarters. I mean, obviously most of the hills in the game are. There is that one back hill that's very open, but even then.
So typically you're going to see 3 subs, 1 AR.
Yeah, there's a lot of
maybe even
cover.
2, but that that's kind of pushing it. But
could be. I'd be very surprised if. I mean, practically no teams run 3 ARs anyway, but especially
if you're running 3 ARs, you got to switch something up.
Yeah, if you're running 3 ARs, obviously. Then that has
I've
to be something.
never won a game when in any map using 3 ARs.
Yeah, I mean, if you're running 3 ARs, that has to be something you feel actually confident in using. That has to be a practice.
Or like your team just doesn't know what each other's using.
Yeah. I mean, hey, these are, some of these teams might, could have just formed fairly recently, and maybe they weren't prioritizing.
But these are the better teams.
Yes, they are both 3-0. They are both 3-0. So
this is gonna be interesting, man. We saw a stock ban. That's not your typical ban.
No, I think this maybe could be some
that actually impressed me.
Evidence that we may be seeing some exciting action here. So going into this, we'll see which team's able to get that first good start because, you know, like we said in the matches we've seen so far in this tournament, it's all about really, it's been those first 2 hills and who's able to lock those down. But we're going to get into that right now.
Yep.
Okay, so let's check out, like we were talking about, let's see if who's running Flak Jacket. That was the main thing we're looking at, and looking for the College of Charleston. One player running Flak Jacket, that's 2, and that's 3. So Rostafarian is going to be the vulnerable one here.
Later in the game, they might switch their class.
Semtex, right, of course. They have, see, Overclock there, Afterburner, Afterburner, Afterburner. So, wow, no Flak Jackets for Florida State, so I mean they could be very vulnerable. Who is it that has that War Machine? Yeah, and it's not them. It's Rostafarian on Charleston. So FSU is going to be vulnerable if he gets that War Machine. But 3 kills quick coming out for Florida State. Yep, some nice trades coming in. They're going to be able to get this early time. Now Knife God going to be pushing in from the lower side. Rostafarian picks up run 1. He's pushing around. Magnum gets another. Federal gets the trade though. And these are kills being traded back and forth. Now Magnum, Charleston going to get the first couple of seconds. Peter in a solid position gets, unable to win that gunfight though. Knife God is right behind him to trade it. Rostafarian there as well. That's a 2-piece for Knife God. And it looks like now Charleston's going to get some good control. Federal with a beautiful 2-piece though is going to try and push this through. Gets the third, gets the team kill as his teammate picks up that kill. Magnum pushing in now. This is a very aggressive game. This is something we have not yet to see. I'm very excited now. This is a good sign for the rest of the series. All 4 members of Florida State are able to flood that hill, and now you're looking for that quick rotation. Hart, though, is running around. He's going to get that
trying to regain spawns in a fight with an anchor. Let's see what he can do.
Unable to get that. Around. Hart is definitely going for this anchor spawn. Turns around, that player is
Looks
dead.
Like he'll get spawns.
Yep, they'll throw down some trophy systems. He's definitely setting up to be the anchor. Nice wall bang through the wall. Rostafarian could be the one on the hill. Federal challenges from up top, and he gets taken down. Trades coming in. Another team kill. Though G Money will be last alive. Knife God will pick him up, and Charleston will start getting this time. 30-27. This is a very even game so far. Trades. I mean, this has been the fastest game of Hardpoint we've seen so far tonight.
I like it.
They are just going back and forth. I mean, so fast that they're team killing each other. It seems like all over the place. Ostin now is going to be looking around. He does pick up 1. Pre-fires, gets another. Is another player there, though. Only 10 seconds left on this hill. You see there is a player already rotating. That's Hart's going to be getting to that 3rd hill, but he will be completely beaten out by 3 members of Charleston. And he will just get team shot by them. Charleston in a solid position for this next hill. They're down only 20 points, and they have, the solid setup. So we'll see if they're able to hold on to it. Rostafarian with the Razorback picks up the assist on 1 as Face gets the kill on that. Rostafarian looking around, sees 2 there, backs off, good idea. Let his teammates know that 2 are pushing from that side and will peek it pretty soon. As Hart picks up another 2-piece, Rostafarian going to flank around, hopefully get that. Florida State gets a couple seconds in the hill. Federal now able to pick up Magnum, secure it for the Florida State team. Gets the, his teammate will pick up the kill, almost got the punch. Pater is in there, sitting in there. He's able to just hold this down, not being really challenged. Knife God watching the backside, watching their spawn. Face there, he knows there's players there, sees 1, challenges 1, sees the other. That's a big 2-piece from him. They're going to start taking the lead. The 3-piece! No! Money comes back and picks up a 2-piece of his own. Maybe, I think that might have even been a 3-piece for him. That's at least definitely a 3-piece for him. He has armor, he has streaks, but that is the end of that hill. They're going to make this 62-60. This is by far the closest game we've had all night. Federal's going to be there on the rotate, going to start getting some more time, take a little bit of a lead. We'll find 1 player is able to win the gunfight. We'll keep pre-aiming that. We'll not find another. 2 players coming from mid. His teammate will get 1, but the other will get the best of him. That's Face now sitting in the hill. He's looking around. We'll find 1 player. No! Gets taken out. Ostin with a beautiful gunfight win. But will he get the other? His teammate will back him up. 66-65 through a couple of hills, Isaiah. I mean, do you really think there's one team that has the edge here strategically?
This has been a great game so far. It's all been about trading and setting up. So the winner of this match is going to be whoever can set up the most, whoever can get there first, and, capitalize on their
Yeah, on those early rotations, Austin throws out the HC, but instantly gets taken out by a rushing Charleston team. 68-85, Florida State starting to open up a bit of a lead, but the way we've been seeing these teams playing, that's by far definitely not insurmountable. This hill will be ending. We'll see who's able to get the quick rotations back into mid. It looks like that will be Florida State. Yes, Austin will be in there. However, Charleston comes flooding in, and they will take control, trying to get this lead back. Federal with a two-piece of his own will help. Hart now has his scythe. We'll see what he can do with this. A three-piece with it, in fact. And he will absolutely lock that down for his team. That is huge. They will start getting a solid lead on the back of that three-piece. He's just running around now looking for any stragglers. We'll find another. Not a lot of time left on that scythe, but he now has full streaks as well, so he's going to put those to good use. Turns around at a, not the best time, but his teammates will hopefully be able to pick that up. Money finds one immediately with the HC, and now you see Florida State really starting to open up a good lead here. And, to me, Isaiah, it looks like that Charleston's starting to get a little antsy, and it might just be, blindly running into this hard point. What do you think?
Yep, it sure looks like that. But Florida State, you got to hand it to them. Their setups are on point. And the scythe, man, what a great specialist.
Yeah, that scythe really tore up that hard point and let them cement their lead now. They have pretty much doubled their their opponent's lead, and will be pretty soon, though. Charleston does have control of the hill, but briefly as Florida State is able to break it. Now 140-80, and, this is getting, there's still 100 points to go. The Hellstorm will help with that. And, the two-piece from Hart, and, they'll just help maintain control to see who's really doing. Bring up the scoreboard here for a second and really take a look at these, key players. You have to look at Magnum. He's 8-18. I mean, he's the one that you really have to ask to step up. And look at that, 4 down for FSU, and they are just absolutely taking control of this game. Pop back to the scoreboard. Magnum's the one you really have to pay attention to. Same with Rostafarian. It seemed like they had really good starts, but into the mid-game, once FSU had their setups, they just weren't able to break them, and that's proving to still be the case. We're now, midway through our second rotation of hard points, and 180-80. It seems like Florida State's trying to run away with this game.
Anybody can come back. They could, Charlestown could start setting up, get the early rotations. You never know what could happen, but momentum is definitely.
Oh, they're playing Ring Around the Rosie around this box there. However, our Federal will win that fight. Knife God knows there may be players pushing there. His teammates will nade it out. Magnum in a solid position to protect that. Good pre-aim there, is able to pick up that kill.
That elbow.
Charleston able to get some more time back. There will be a couple players pushing to Knife God's left. Let's see if he gets challenged. He does. Gets challenged by 2 players. There's absolutely nothing he can do to stop that. His teammates will rotate back into the hill for cover to keep getting those points, but it's still, they really have to hold this hill and the next hill if they want to get back into it. There'll be a player pushing to their right. Let's see if Knife God will be able to take him out. He will. There could be Federal absolutely going off for his team, 31-16. We've been seeing 2 pieces, 3 pieces from him all game long. 186-121 with 3 minutes left. And definitely possible. Charleston seems to be getting a little bit of their groove back in terms of this game. This hill will expire, though. We'll see who has that rotation, and it will be Knife God, but he is all alone versus a rushing Florida State team. He has some teammates on his back, but those nades are coming in hot and heavy, and he might not. Oh, wow, no. Just as I say that, 3 goes down, make that 4. This is what Charleston needed.
Heat wave. They can work it. They can make a comeback here.
Yes, full streaks and heat wave. What's the idea of when you get streaks halfway through a hill, say 30, 40 seconds left in a hill, especially something like a Sentry or a Guardian, do you save it for the next hill or do you throw it down immediately?
Me, personally, I'd save it for the next hill, but you can also throw it down immediately if you don't have any teammates around you, or you want your Guardian to watch the opposite direction you want to watch. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it also, of course, all depends on the current score of the game. And this, as we've been talking, is getting definitely closer. Ooh, Austin gets a nice kill with the pistol. Can he get the second? Yes, he does. And he's going to hold this down, get the scrap time for his team. Picks up the third nicely, 198-164. But that is Charleston on the rotation. Knife God able to pick up 1, but will get taken out. All of a sudden, now 3 members for Florida State are in this hill. And
can you get the third?
Oh, no. And they can, it's possible for them to close it out on this hill with how Charleston is playing. I don't think that'll happen, but Charleston really need, this is starting to get scary if they can't break this hill. And, I mean, I'd say mid is one of the easier hills to break, wouldn't you say, Isaiah?
It can be very hard when a team is set up and all their teammates
Yeah,
you
but
know?
I mean, there are so many entrances. I feel like it
There
can get
are.
difficult. But you're right, it is those setups. Oh, Federal gets stuck, but he will not go down without a fight. Will take a player with him to that grave. And now with 15 seconds left, it's all going to come down to this rotation. Let's take a look. It's going to be on that right side of your map, and it looks like Florida State is ready for it. Looks like they may be right there, and with only 13 seconds left before this, before they win, it's going to be difficult. You see a player charging in there for Charleston. That'll be Knife God. He needs to make his move right now. 243. Interesting use of that. I don't think that was a good idea. In fact, gets EMP'd. What are they doing? They have to push in right now. It was way too late. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah.
But wait, I mean, it worked out for him. But now they're only 2 seconds away from winning. They have to pretty much hold down this hardpoint the entire time. And, 249. It's not over yet. Rostafarian in a last-ditch effort throws out the Warhead Machine, but no, they will get overwhelmed. Your final score, 250-185 for Florida State. And, at the start of this game, it was 60-60, it seemed like. And it seemed like we're going to go all the way to 250-240. But then, Florida State really took a hold of that mid-game. And
Definitely.
Charleston looked like they were about to come back, but I think Florida State maintained their composure.
Charleston's best hard point, I noticed, was the third hard point on the elbow of the map. They got momentum every time they were there.
Yeah, I think, you definitely saw both of these teams had their setups. And again, I think it came down to, look at that. Federal 42-27.
Yeah, he
drops the 40 bomb on him with the double KD. And, if we just stick around for a second and look at the scoreboard after we, load out of this game.
Everybody had over a minute in Hill.
Yeah, I want to check out the scoreboard when we get out and really look at all those statistics.
Everybody had at least a little bit over a minute in Hill.
And I think it was Federal that had the most time in the Hill on his team and the most kills. And we'll, check on that in a second. Let's see it. Is it Federal? Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. So a couple of his teammates had over 2 minutes in the Hill, but you look at that. This is a team, it seems like, that was very balanced between their slaying and their OBJ.
Yeah, they were all doing their jobs.
Yeah, they were very...
Jobs. They're picking up spawns, they were rotating, setting up, they were telling each other who's watching what.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see now moving into Search and Destroy. This is definitely, I don't think...
I feel like this is going to be a very close game.
Yeah, I don't think the other team can be very discouraged from this. It was definitely a close game.
Yeah, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, so when we come back, we'll see who's going to, if it's going to go up 2-0 or going to make it a 1-1 in this Search and Destroy coming up.